Hey, what's up, folks? Slice'em here with Slice'em Gaming, and we are live. It is time for some D&D, and we're going to get going, get rolling, and see what happens. So, if you didn't catch it, Sunday we had a random stream. Sunday we had a random get-together, throw a stream together, have some fun, and it was kind of wild. We got ambushed by some old hag thing that summoned some other creatures, and before long we had some gas and some what are we, wraiths or whatever, I don't know, bunch of bad stuff. Came close to dying. At one point in time, the D&D said 66 damage. I'm pretty sure, but he says he didn't. But either way, we had a good time. We had a fun run, and we got to get in a little combat. So we got to see what some of the new characters did, what that meant for them, how they fit in with our party. And so now, as a group, we continue moving forward. It's time to move to the next step, get to the next area we're going, and hopefully start solving this. We know what we're looking for as a group, what it means, what we're trying to get to, and how we think we can destroy Strahd. And so what's next is trying to get there and get that over with. So with that being said, I'm going to jump back up with the rest of the group. Sorry we're a little bit late. I had a late day at work, but unfortunately, fortunately, I have a job, so I'm still thankful for that. And fortunately, we're here. We're going to go live and get a little D&D in anyway. So thanks for coming in and watching. If you got any questions, feel free to just chat, have a good time, watch, and always feel free to check us out at any time. So here we go. Let's jump in with the rest of the guys and see where we go from here.
But I don't have the link cable yet, so he plays on mine still.
We're ready to rock.
Well, let's rock and roll, shall we? So, just a quick reminder of last time. So, last time the group had decided to depart the town of Valaki and head towards the village of Krezik, located on the outskirts of the lands of Barovia. They had been asked to go there by Van Richten, a self-proclaimed monster and vampire hunter who'd been prowling the lands of Barovia looking for a means to stop Strahd. The group was met at Lady Wastrafiona's home by a elven woman by the name of Solari Moonwhisper. She offered to act as their guide, taking them to the town of Krezik and introducing them to Esmeralda, the woman who had been an estranged apprentice of late with Van Richten. Upon settling in for the first night, the group had set a watch, and of course, as it neared morning, Tyrion and Dran's previous adventures had brought the whole group into the crosshairs of a vengeful night hag. The group managed to fight off her little army of undead creatures, and she disappeared into a portal into the ethereal planes, vowing vengeance at a later date. And so with that, the group rested, relaxed as best as they could, and bacon was had by all. And with that, camp was just finishing up before they decided to hit the road again. And that's where we'll begin.
What was the name of the town that we're going to?
Krezik.
Krezik? I like how I just randomly guess spelling for everything.
Joyful.
K-R-E-Z-K. Krezik. All right. So here you guys are. It's morning. You've had your fill of food, and time to get rolling again. It looks like. Is there anything else you guys wanted to discuss or do?
Lucy is going to climb in the wagon and just be like, come on, let's go.
I guess it's that time. Let's get moving.
Okay. So, the wagon riders hop on, the others get on their horses, and the group begins to make their way down the road. So, you guys are traveling the old Slavic road that runs from basically the bottom of Barovia all the way out to the outside. So, as you guys are traveling, you find the way is fairly quick and easy. There's no rain, no no muddy roads to follow. This path has been traveled and traversed for many, many, many years. And as your group continues on throughout the morning there, you guys find yourselves on this deserted road as very few people traverse out to Krezk. Krezk has kind of isolated itself in a lot of ways.
We heard the daddy.
All good.
And then the silence.
Just a quick discussion. Anyway, so you guys are traveling down that way. It's about mid-morning, and Sylvie kind of looks around, and she's kind of gauging the path back as she had taken this path before. And by her close estimation, you guys should reach town before nightfall.
Okay.
Is there anything? What kind of land are we going through?
So the land. Yes. As you can kind of see on the map right here, basically the land that you're traveling through is just like this. And it's a dirt road. There are patches here and there of some cobblestone where someone had maybe attempted to put some road down, but they've been abandoned. You can see trees and everything around. Of course, there's always these swirling mists that just seem to always be around the borders of this land that kind of go in and out.
Lucy is just going to take a nap.
Shocker. We think we're about how far out?
Mid-morning, about where you're at right now. You guys feel like Sylvie has informed you guys that you should reach the town before nightfall. So maybe 3-4 in the afternoon. Just a few more hours of travel. It's roads are clean.
We have 5 horses.
Correct. 5 horses, and then there are 2 that are pulling the caravan.
But one of them is injured.
That's correct.
Why did one get injured?
Ask Renard.
The resident animal killer, right?
Oh. That's right. I exactly remember Renard shooting an animal in the butt.
Yeah, his name was Rocky.
Wow.
Oh, that's what Renard's name is, horse.
Mm-hmm. All right.
So who's on these? I guess only 3 horses are free and 2 are on the thing. So, which 3 of us are on free roaming horses just for fun? I mean, it's me because I already grabbed my horse named Rocky.
Oh no! I thought you shot the horse named Rocky in the butt. You said.
I did, but he got better.
Oh, okay.
Irina said we shouldn't use him. That he's still hurt.
Yeah, I'll ride one of the horses.
Dran's in the wagon. Horses tend to not like dragon work.
So that leaves Sylvie and Tyrion.
I think at this point Sylvie's walking because she's getting a little nervous as they approach Krezk, knowing that there have been some things going on, and she'll tell the party, keep a sharp eye, friends.
Okay.
I'm riding on a horse.
So there we go.
And now we know.
So, the day continues on with no real eventful things. A little playful banter between the group as you all, in some cases, accommodate and get to know each other a little better. The old Slavic road continues to wind its way through the forest, and as you guys begin to approach the final descent into the town area there, you guys can see a fork in the road, one that continues to go on further out to the left, and one that kind of curves in, heading in towards the town. So, you guys approach a little further. the road branches north, climbs up a rocky escarpment, ending at a gatehouse built 20 feet, maybe high, of stone reinforced with buttresses every 50 feet or so. The wall encloses a settlement on the side of a snow-dusted mountain spur nearby. Beyond the walls, you see the tops of snow-covered pines and thin white wisps of smoke. The temperature has begun to noticeably drop as you guys have moved further in this direction. The somber toll of a bell clings and comes from a stone abbey that clings to the mountainside high above the settlement. The city chimes inviting a welcome change from the deathly silence and the opposing mists to which you guys had become accustomed to walking through. It's hard to tell at this distance, but there seems to be a switchback road clinging to the cliffs that leads up from the walled settlements to the abbey.
Is it like we see in the picture then?
Yes, what you
So
see
like
right now,
dashes or a elevation change?
that's correct.
Okay.
Yep.
And which side are we we're coming in from the south side there?
Yeah, you should be able to see all your tokens, can you not?
Yep.
Oh, I didn't go down far enough. Okay.
Yeah, there you guys are.
All right.
So you're all at the bottom here. So as you get around the corner, guys, you can see in the distance there, you can see there are two square towers with peaked roofs flanking a stone archway in which is set a pair of 12-foot tall iron-bound wooden doors. You can see carved into the arch above the doors is the name, Kresik. The walls that extend from the gatehouse are 20 feet high. Atop the parapet, you see 4 figures wearing fur hats, clutching spears. They all look at you.
How close are we? You said
You're basically from here to here, but they're up high, and they can see down. So I mean, this is designed positioned so people can see from this village down very easily.
so. If we like yelled to them, they could hear us. not
Yeah,
yet.
they should be able to hear you. They're pretty close. They can hear you talking. They may not be able to completely make out everything you're saying.
Well, we are here. We are here. It is all okay. We're oh well. It's a little bit of a climb, but don't worry. And then I'll look to Lucy. What's the name of this place again?
Kresik.
Kresik.
I guess we start climbing.
We can go right up the rest of the little windy road here, I guess.
Yeah, is it wide enough for our wagon and horses to go up?
Yeah, it is. It is. The scale of it's a little bit bigger, so
Okay.
I'm just going to leave the wagon back there instead of dragging it all around. So we'll know that you guys have it.
Our giant horses.
Yeah.
The horses are
much.
bigger than the houses.
I know, right? Did want to... So I'm just going to actually remove them from the map for now.
All right. Yeah, we'll
But we know it's there.
okay. We'll
DM,
climb.
would I know where I was instructed to bring them, or was I given instructions to bring them somewhere?
Yes. You know that you were sent by Esmeralda to, well, primarily to get the help of Van Richten. But you know a general layout of the map as far as that goes. You know, upon walking into the gates, you know that the village itself, there's Burgomaster's cottage is not very far from the entrance, as he is a individual who tends to want to know the going-ons of the village itself. And so the only entrance into the village is primarily through this front gate here, which is why it's so heavily armored. Moving through the village, there is, of course, there's actually towards the back of the village, you know that there is a pool and a shrine that's been dedicated to Saint Markovia and the Morn Lord, and it's considered a holy place in the area. The winding roads that move through it go up closer towards the abbey, which is set up on the hill, and the basic things that you would expect in a town such as this size. You know, there's an inn, there's several merchants' guilds and such that travel throughout it. You guys, you're not entirely certain where Esmeralda wanted to meet you. The last time that you had spoken, you guys would have been staying at one of the local inns. So you're expecting probably to go that direction, most likely.
Silvari, have you been here before?
I have. I'm staying here, and if you'll just give me but a moment, she'll send a message, cast the message spell to Esmeralda. And say, oh God, there's a word limit. Okay, let me think.
Cost you an extra 50 cents per letter.
Okay, Rictavio couldn't come. Sent some help instead. Where should we meet?
Okay. Would you link me the spell real quick, please? There we go. Alright.
She can reply, I believe.
Should be.
So you have to point your finger towards a creature within range of 120 feet. The target, and only the target hears the message. All right, so you activate the spell, pointing towards the town, and as you do so, you're unsure if your message reached home or not. Thinking about it a little bit more, odds are the inn's a little further away, probably than 120 feet from where you are. So you feel like probably your message went on deaf ears, as near as you can tell.
Being a wizard, she would know whether or not odds are somebody's gonna. If she's 120 feet, she's gonna know that nobody's gonna hear that she's trying to reach.
I think so, but hey, maybe she was being optimistic.
Maybe her brain's addled from the fight.
Yeah.
Or maybe never mind.
Maybe she should have ate that bacon.
Yeah.
Give her that energy.
Yeah, tell her about it.
She's
Tell her,
having
Lucy.
shakes. She needs protein.
So, yeah.
So Sylvie, these guards, are they gonna let us in? Are they friendly or?
Would I know that, DM?
You know that the general feeling of the populace of Krezk is that they don't like outsiders.
But we're awesome.
Very typically they're unwelcome. Now there are exceptions made for individuals that are of value or use. Sylvie, you had found had come through this way, and the reason why that you'd been able to kind of move freely within and out of the town, of course, is that you do have some minor abilities for medicinal and such, and your love of nature has attracted the attention of the Virgo Master, who also is a firm believer in the outdoors and such. So you've earned a little bit of trust with this village itself, but you're worried it might be a little tricky getting everyone else in.
Let me use what goodwill I've gained. Please don't do anything stupid like aiming weapons at them. They have a lot going on right now. It's a very weird situation. So let me do the talking.
You hear that, Rocky?
Yeah, we need to talk to these people and get ourselves in. Absolutely.
Yeah. Don't be stupid.
And I'm gonna look at Lucy and start. Don't you be stupid, and I'll just kind of poke her a little.
Lucy will just stick her tongue out. Because she's an adult.
So she'll wave everyone forward, keeping an eye on the guards up above, making sure they're not about to shoot or anything.
No. As you guys kind of approach, you can see that they, the two guards sitting at the top, do have crossbows. They're not pointing them at you guys directly, but they are keeping them handy. So your group kind of slowly wagons forward with the horses, making your way up the hill before there, and then as you come to a stop, one of the guards kind of looks down at you. Quite an entourage there. What business you have in Krezk?
Greetings, my friends. You may have seen me around town. I am staying here, and I have brought a group of colleagues to assist with my studies.
Hey, Lucy, I think she's saying she's studying you because you are a weird cat.
Go ahead and
Wouldn't be the
make.
first time.
Go ahead and make a deception check.
Oh boy.
What's up, Glock? Glocky Glock.
I'm not good at this. Okay.
Miss
So
you.
your character
Never
sheet,
hear from you no more.
your skill, and then click deception.
That makes me
Oh, I
sad.
mean, I'm not good at deception.
Oh,
Super
I
sad.
see. Okay. So they kind of look at you, and one of them kind of looks at the other, and they kind of look back and forth. What studies do you have that would take
Dying.
1, 2, 3 heavily armored individuals, a goblin, some kind of wolf-looking thing,
I wave.
a cat person?
How about the studies of how
My
not to get beat up?
studies of your abbey and the strange, inhumane noises coming from it at night.
How about the studies
look
of not getting
interesting.
yourself beat up?
How about what?
Nothing. I said it was good seeing you. We've missed you, and there's some weird noises in the Abbey, she said. I don't really know.
Kresik's business is Kresik's own, typically.
Rick Tavio sent us. Wait, what's his name? Van Rick sent us.
Two guards look at each other, kind of look back at you, a little bit of a shrug. And the name don't mean nothing to us.
Oh.
No, does that shock you? I'm gonna look at Lucy. Really?
At least let us have the word with your burgomaster, and maybe he could determine whether or not you need our help.
Sylvie, we know you've come through more than a few times. We're just not prone to letting so many people in.
Hey,
Well-
I'm a musician.
To be fair, she's also a cat. And he's a fox.
Rocky, just shut up for a second.
Well, are you not?
I'm a musician. I can gladly spread some new stories in town, or some new stories and songs through your town. Is
Yeah.
that not much needed at the time like this? Some levity?
And she's a cat.
Make a
I
persuasion
can't.
check,
No one's
Lucy.
never seen before. Backflips.
Make a persuasion check with advantage.
Ooh. I'll just do it twice.
Wow.
Lucy's got the charisma that she rarely uses.
Well, you know, maybe it wouldn't be bad to have a new bard in town. It's been a while since we've had anyone out here so far out. Maybe we could make an exception for a few of you.
We'll gladly stop at the Burgermaster and get it cleared away with him as well.
What do you
And
think? Yeah. All right. Tell you what. We'll let 3 of you in. You can go plead your case to the Burgomaster. If he's interested in letting you in, he'll let you in. Which 3?
Sylvie and I will go in for sure. Huddle up, everybody.
Not it.
well, I definitely should go with you too. Being the biggest of the group, it's probably we're probably the most noticeable.
I'm
I don't
pretty sure
know.
Dragonborn.
I stand out a little bit.
Yeah, in a bad way. Who wants to see scales walking around their town?
Where's the abbey located?
If you look on the map, you can see the Abbey is way up there, towards the north of the town. It's a large building
The one with smoke or without?
with smoke.
Oh. I
It's
think we
actually
should bring.
technically clouds.
I think we should bring
Thank
Ginger so she can climb the wall and get you all in.
I'm going to stay back and not go in.
Could I also appeal to their like if they like animals? We have an injured horse. Could we see it to stable or a, I don't know, they don't have a veterinarian here or something.
A butcher?
but I'm
Hey, Butcher and Rocky.
Hey,
Well, are three of you coming in or not? Once it gets nighttime, we ain't opening for no one. You best be on your business.
on your
Hey.
business?
Ginger and Renard, do you think you can get in on your own?
Yeah, we want to, but who cares? These people don't want us here. Let's move on.
Aren't we here to, like, find something to fight Strahd?
Look, full disclosure, I've been pretty drunk. And I just thought we were summoned here by Rictavio or something. I don't know.
Okay, I know what we need to do. Let's bring Irina in with us, so then Renard has to stick around.
Good idea.
Good call.
Come on,
Fine.
Irina.
I'll go. Alright. So the doors slowly creak open as the guards pull them forward just enough for the three of you to sneak between the
What's up, months behind?
doors there.
Lucy's
So-
gonna look at everybody and do the two-eye, you guys. Stay out of trouble. That was harder than I thought it'd be.
I
would
agree.
like to go off on my own. Around the sides.
I'm gonna
Sure.
as Lucy and the girls are walking towards the door, I'm gonna walk towards the door of the gates with them,
Okay.
and just continue to walk and see if the guards say anything.
Hey, big guy. You not know how to count?
Yes, I am great at counting. Myself, the two ladies, and my pet cat. Thank you. Come on, kid.
Make a persuasion roll.
Clever girl.
Do. I can't see it yet.
I ain't never seen a pet cat talk before.
Great news. I'm going to use my inspiration on this and go again.
It's like, is it another fail? Right, you'll die at the gates.
Never.
Listen, man. Listen, man. Listen, three. Hang tight. If everything's as you says, I'm sure you'll be getting in shortly.
You mean to tell me you want me to let two ladies and a kitty cat come in by themselves?
The door slams.
Well, that's not good for them.
That's what they're trying to tell you.
How tall
On
is
the other
this?
side of the wall, another guard comes forward to meet the three of you. Hey, follow me this way. Yeah, it's not far. And Sylvia, you'd also basically know where the burgomaster's home is. You've met him a couple of times. Let's see here. Just double check. Turn the map.
Could I also just look around as we're walking and just see the state of everyone? Are they
Yeah, of course.
milling around, or do they look scared?
So you know that the burgomaster's name is Dmitry Kreskov. His family had founded this village, and of course that's why the village is called Kresik. As you guys are kind of walking through, it seems overall business as usual. You do get a feeling that there is maybe a
Sorry.
of fear, just kind of dangling over the people as you kind of walk through. Everyone's kind of trying to put on a brave face, but in a lot of the lands of towns of Barovia, as you've noticed, that seems to be a common thing. People seem to know just how dire things are, but what can you do about it? There's few villagers are going about their way. It's humble. It's very, very humble. More than a scattering of humble wooden cottages, dirt roads, many trees. Matter of fact, if it wasn't for the fact that there were the roads and such, you almost could suspect that this was part of the forest.
Is it a wealthy town or
It is not.
Okay.
Based on the appearances of the homes, it's very simple. You wouldn't necessarily say it's poor, but there's nothing grand about anything. Even as you approach the burgomaster's home, unlike Valaki, this is not some large mansion. This is a small dwelling, just a little bigger than some of the homes around it. It's just a very simple place.
what about in comparison to the Tarascon village that we were at? Was that smaller than this one?
The Tarascon village was actually a little bit bigger than this one.
Okay.
Just a little bit. In terms of its breadth, because there were no walls, so the village was spread out more so.
Okay.
This village probably has a comparable amount of people, but everything is very tight.
Okay.
So the three of you, led by the guard, approach the cottage, just a little bit bigger, and you can see outside there's pig pens, chicken coops, a few pigs and chickens kind of moving about in there. You can see that the door is shut, and there's a little bit of smoke coming out from the chimney there. The wind has kind of taken a little bit of a northern chill as it comes down from the mountainside, and all of you kind of take just a brief shiver as you kind of, as it kind of just ruffles your cloaks and feathers a little bit there on your hats. If you'll wait right here, I'll make sure he's available. So you see him go up and knock on the door, and a few moments later, the door opens. You see an individual. He kind of motions the guard in. The guard goes inside. You guys kind of wait, kind of pondering around, walking around.
So what exactly is our plan, Sylvia? Sylvari, forgot your name.
My plan is to convince him that he needs our help for discovering what these noises are that are coming from the Abbey, and he
Well,
may
you know,
have more
Muscadine, how you
details
been,
on
bud?
what exactly is going on. Because when I have been staying here, as soon as night falls, everyone goes inside. The town shutters up, and it's like they're scared of something, but they're not saying anything about it.
Right.
So,
It seemed like the guards didn't even know what we were talking about.
And that could just be them saving face. They have a very stoic personality around here, but I suspect if we can find Esmeralda, she can tell us more as well.
All right. I'll follow your lead.
Okay. After a few moments, the door reopens and the guard walks out. The burgomaster will see you, and he steps back and motions for you all three to enter. And so you do. The three of you walk inside, and the best word that you can describe is quaint, modest, cozy, if you will. As you all walk inside, there's a larger room. It's kind of meant to be more like a living room, living quarters. There's a small table directly to the side there, and you can see a balding, middle-aged man, a little plump around the waist, and you see a woman also nearby, and looks maybe a little younger, blonde hair streaked with gray. You can see that she's kind of standing, kind of has a firm look on her face there, because she's kind of inspecting all three of you as you walk in. And as she kind of looks down at Lucy and looks over at Irina, then she kind of sees Sylvie, and kind of her view softens just a moment. And the Royal Master, Sylvie, I see you've returned, and see you brought a few guests. The guard tells me you have quite a few people out there.
I do. It's good to see you again, Dimitri, and Lady Anna Chris Cole. Yes, this is my friend, Lucy, and our colleague, Irina. And I have about 1, 2, 3, 4 more outside, 5 more. And we were wishing to know more about the town's problem and what we can do to help.
You talking about The Abbey?
The Abbey, anything else that might be troubling this town? The reason everyone's so scared?
Look, I don't know if it's wise to go up and bother the abbot. He is he's a particular man.
This stupid cough is just kicking my butt.
He seems to be a good man. You know, he's a man of the. He follows the will of the Morning Lord. I don't know what he does up there. They say some people say he's simply trying to cast the sins out of Barovia. But
It's killing me, man.
Look, Sylvie, the Abbey was the wars years ago. Strahd decimated and took over. That Abbey fell to ruin, and there it remained for years. Around the time of my grandfather, the abbot came, and he restored it, made it beautiful again, and he promised protection to the town. I'm not going to say there aren't strange things going on up there, but that abbot hasn't aged a day since my grandfather's time.
Dun, dun, dun.
He's either divine or the devil.
Or
Either way, I don't know if it's wise to kick that hornet's nest.
Nah, shut up,
Just
Marco.
try to turn a blind eye to things that may or may not happen. I'm
Sucks, dude.
a bit apprehensive. I would tell you that you
Completely
couldn't
sucks.
come and go as you please in that regard, but I would not want to make trouble.
What kind of things have happened? Have people gone missing?
Don't
Not,
encourage him, Marco.
not in a way that you might suspect.
Don't
There have been
encourage.
people that have gone to the Abbey of their own free will, and some have come back, some have not. I don't know. They say that the only way that the abbot typically sees people is if they are bringing a gift. I don't know. I apologize. This has been since I was born. I try not to question it. It's just life, you know. Of course, I don't want anything ill to befall my people. But I certainly haven't the strength to defy him, and if he is indeed looking out for the ill will of our people, it's just life. He kind of looks off to the side a little bit.
Well, Dimitri, what if we find out that he
Hate you,
is
Marco.
responsible for
Hate you.
something terrible that
How you
came
been,
to
man?
your people?
You need to be careful, Sylvie. There's a lot of people been nosing about in Kresik. We've maybe gone a bit soft, let more people into our gates than normal. Why, I know that lady Esmeralda. I know the two of you have been palling around a little bit. I haven't seen her in a day or so. And then there's that I don't know, that tinkerer, that man, that artificer, he's been poking around town and going about, and I don't know, people seem to be enamored with him. He makes wondrous things. So I don't know. A lot of things happening here, and you have to bring more people in. I just don't know if it's best for the village.
Can I be honest with you?
Of course.
We think there's something in the Abbey that can help us
Help you?
in our fight against the undead prince.
See. So you all are attempting to fight Strahd.
Yes,
You're either very powerful or very foolhardy.
maybe a little of both.
I figured it out.
He took something from us. A lot of things.
I figured it out.
See.
My streaming platform for some
But we
reason
need
was looping
everyone in our party.
It was looping in
It's
another
the best
video,
chance we
and I don't
have.
know why.
As if we
It
stay
was really
together.
weird.
He looks at you and he studies your face very intently, and he sees the seriousness in your eyes. Kind of nods. He looks at his wife, and she kind of looks over at the three of you. If you three and your companions think that something here could help end that monster, I would be willing to take that chance.
We'll try to stay low under the radar too, as not to upset your people.
You say that you're looking for something here. Can you explain what it is? Perhaps I can be of assistance.
A sword?
Sword?
Or an ally? I'm not sure.
See. Well, sword. The most prominent thing I can think of in this town, in relation to what you've just spoken, north of town, at the very outskirts, the pool. There's a statue of the morning.
Ugh. It was really
Been-
nuts.
It's been around for ages. There's a sword
It made no sense.
prominently displayed on the figure there. And it is a holy place. Many people have said that they have gone there to pray and they can feel the presence of the gods there. Perhaps that would be a good place to start.
Is this pool within the Abbey grounds, or did you say it was outside the town?
It's the north. It's within our walls, but at the top of the town. It's not within the Abbey grounds. No commoners are allowed to go to the Abbey without being requested by the abbot.
Okay.
I can ask one more thing. You said the abbot requires a gift to visit him. Do you have any suggestions?
Stupid nose.
He is said to be a lover of art and fine things. That he is vain, enjoys beauty. Perhaps if you could give him something that would appeal to his vanity.
You've helped us innumerably.
Oh,
Just please don't bring anything down upon my village. You seem all like you're trying to help. And I apologize. I'm not much. One of
anyway, one summer, yeah, it was pretty crazy.
my
It
youngest
was
son passed away recently, and
it was pulling a different video altogether. It was
just
really
a bit
weird,
beside
man.
myself.
Really.
I'm sorry to hear that. Is there anything we can do to help?
Weird.
Just don't let anything bad happen. Please.
You have my word. Lucy looks nervously around the room.
Lucy's gonna help burn this mother to the ground.
Switching over for just a second. So Tyrael. And
Yeah, I want to take off.
yeah, I know.
We can see you.
So as you kind of get around this area here, you see 4 guards that are kind of monitoring the area around. And now from your vantage point, as you've walked along the wall, you can see they have guards stationed at nearly all buttresses around it. As you approach on your horse, I assume?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. As you approach on your horse, you see the 4 guards there kind of monitoring around, and they're kind of just as surprised to see you as you perhaps may be to see them. Hey. What's your business?
I'm gonna keep going.
They all kind of raise their spears up a little bit. Excuse me, sir. What's your business here? No outsiders. You want to see what's behind these walls, you go through that front gate.
What kind of weapons do they have?
They have spears, short swords.
Spears and short.
What princess? I love you. Yep, you go ride your scooter. Careful, dork. Sort of. Go.
I'm gonna tell him I want no quarrel,
I'll scoot over.
but I'm going to the Abbey.
Go.
They all start bursting into laughter.
I can't see you.
Oh, you off your rocker. You want to go to the Abbey? They all look at each other.
Using the brake.
Listen, I don't know who you are, where you're from, but let me give you some good advice. Nobody goes to the Abbey without the abbot's permission.
Yeah, move your stuff.
I would not recommend getting on his bad side.
Move these. Hold on. Don't scream.
I don't need a mortal's permission. And then I want to go ahead and
Only.
perform Radiant Soul on myself,
Okay?
which makes my eyes glow and wings sprout out my back.
Make an intimidation check.
Good
With
catch.
advantage.
Good catch. Oh.
Okay. So all four of the guards collectively just mouths gape open as they see you. Are you of the Morning Lord?
Hey, move those out of the way.
Do not question me, mortal. And I'm going to fly towards the Abbey.
I
The
need my
four of
sword.
them all kind of look at each other and
Hey, move those
just kind
swords.
of watch
Throw them on
you.
the bed. Yeah.
And so you, where are you headed towards in the Abbey specifically?
I'm going to land on top of the roof.
Okay. So
Ready?
you fly over and land on top of the roof. The guards all kind
Oh,
of
good
watch
hit,
as you
good
go up
hit.
there, and you kind of hear them all
Careful.
talking amongst themselves. Oh man, oh this,
Alright.
oh, this is interesting. Yeah, I mean, should we tell the burgomaster? They all kind of look at each other. Maybe we should just wait at the abbey. If the abbot's speaking to the
Ready?
divine, maybe we should just stay out of it.
Oh, God.
So they kind
good
of continue
hit.
to murmur amongst
Take
themselves
that,
as you land on
take
top of the roof.
Just
Ready?
forget you saw anything.
Oh, good hit again, chop.
We're gonna switch back over to our other three. So Lucy, Sylvie, and Irina have all just emerged from the burgomaster's mansion home, and they're making their way back down. And a guard is
Good for
accompanying
you.
you, and as the four of you get close to the gate, the guard kind of
Yeah.
looks up at the others.
Thank you. Thank
The
you.
burgomaster's going to let them in, but we need to keep an eye.
Careful. You want to come wave at everybody real quick?
They all kind of mutter amongst themselves.
Come wave.
Outside is there's just you get the murmuring, get a general feeling of they're not terribly
Oh, you want
pleased
to show them
with
your headphones?
this.
Careful, it's attached to your
But-
bed.
Regardless,
Okay.
gate's
that's
open.
fine.
and the four of you, Rocky, Ginger, Dran, and Fidel, Renard,
You showing them
are
your
admitted to
ears?
Krizek.
Straight mess.
Sylvari sees that Teriel's missing but doesn't say
Hi,
anything.
everybody.
Does anyone else notice?
I mean, we all saw him leave, most likely.
That's Craig, Marco. Marco's. Hey. Marco says, hi, little Sly. Bark.
Can I go back to where I first saw Esmeralda and see if she's
Say
still
hi,
there?
Marco. Hey, say hi, Marco.
You can do anything you want.
You can fly into the Abbey.
If only I had wings, but I'm a tree, unfortunately.
Hey, Ginger, where'd that other guy go? Ginger?
Ginger's dead.
Ginger kind of just looks at you and just kind of shrugs and kind of motions to the right over there.
Go away.
Alright.
I guess we could recap what happened while we walk to the inn or wherever I usually met up with Esmeralda.
Okay.
Hey, that's enough.
Now, we have to be very careful while we're here.
Okay.
I know
One more.
it
But,
would
hey,
be
put this back in
bad if we killed anyone that we shouldn't, okay, everybody?
Hey, stop moving.
And we should probably respect the guards.
Ready? We'll give it the
Is
same.
that normally an issue for you?
You guys are acting like cause all kinds of trouble. Or are you just worried about Rocky? Because I'm always worried about Rocky and the crazy guy.
Right. And as far as you guys are aware, Curiel kind of went to the right around the village and hasn't seen her in some time.
You did warn us.
Good swing. Just got a good swing.
So that's what
Alright,
I
get over
stay at, and we
Not so
can
loud.
have a
That's
meal
pretty yelling.
and rest while we discuss our next, where we want to go next, either to the Abbey or to the pool.
Does the inn have good food? I see.
Come on. Yeah.
Bacon is
Do they
better.
just have booze?
As soon as they do.
Ah, this
You
place
missed.
is better than I expected.
Wait.
Yeah,
I will
better fix
follow
that.
Silvari.
Strike two! Ready?
Yeah, it's on you guys, whatever you want to do.
Fix it. Fix it.
Yep,
It's
I'm
coming
gonna
out.
follow her. She knows this
Hey,
place.
look at it. Slide your.
Okay.
slide
I
your-
guess we're
Tell me
still
what
on
you
our
did.
horse.
So,
Good
so
game.
Savari,
There you
the
go. You ready?
the
Good.
so
Out
okay,
it.
so up the
Out
road,
it. You're staying
this
alive.
direction. You know, if you follow this road and
I don't
follow
really know.
all the way to the north, you will eventually reach the pool, the shrine of the
Oh,
morning
good.
the area there. Where this road is positioned right here, you know that is actually where the
Don't do that. That's not how you hit.
the Kresik Inn is. They're not
Get up.
much for names around here, so
Don't need to do it.
they pretty well just kind of, call it what it was. It's an inn in Kresik Inn, and it's pretty small.
Put it
It's
there. Don't like it, don't
not
suck.
even 2 stories. It's all one level. And you also know that this area here is kind of like your center for
Ready?
commerce. Now, as far as things that you have personally heard or seen or whatnot around the area, you of course know
You don't jump when you swing.
that Esmeralda has been here and you guys had left each other's company at the inn
What's
previously.
wrong with you?
You also know that somewhere on the outskirts of town there's like a
No.
blacksmith area,
No.
and that is where a little talk of the town about this little artificer guy has been kind of hanging out around there.
Oh, good hit.
So you know there's
Okay.
a couple little minor points of interest. As it's such a small village, there's not a whole lot going on typically. So that's your general knowledge of what's happening.
One time.
I'm not.
But it's been 4 days now since you had left.
Okay, well, I suppose we can go look for her, and if we don't find her, we'll just do what we need to do. So I'll go to I'll leave the group to Kresik Inn,
Daddy!
and I will
Stop!
basically ask the barkeep
This is
or whoever tends
You
the front
win!
Okay, get over
if
there.
they have seen a girl of her description,
I think you're
then
making
I'll
it
say
up.
her name.
Let's go.
Okay, so slow down just a little bit. So you guys make your way up towards the inn, and you can see that guards kind of patrolling around. Everyone's kind of giving you guys kind of like the shifty eye to the right, to the left, as your little group moves through there. And you see a few people kind of murmuring amongst themselves as the group walks through the town. People see you all, and you're kind of a motley crew here. You know, you've got representatives from quite a few races kind of wandering through here. Many of these people have never even seen some of the people in their kind. Dragonborns are virtually non-existent in Barovia, so a lot of folks are very intrigued and a little alarmed to see such a individual walking through the town. As you approach the inn, one of the guards kind of looks at all of you and says,
Why?
Close it.
"So you're the group
That's your
with
puppy.
Burgomaster said could kind of come through the town."
I will. Go
Yep,
upstairs.
that's
and check on
us.
your puppy, please. Because I said so.
So drink.
A hot meal would be nice.
Yep,
And-
yep. Drink for drinks.
And I'm looking for an associate of mine who is staying about 4 days.
Quit doing that. Like,
Talking about Ez.
Yes.
no, people are watching you. They're gonna think you're crazy.
Yeah.
People are thinking you're crazy right now.
She left. About,
Okay. Yeah,
there you
that's
go.
why you're not supposed to be standing there. Go.
People say she got an invitation. And they haven't.
Shh. I can't hear. You're distracting me. Go check
She
on
went to
Browntown.
the Abbey.
Blakely.
So they say.
That'll save us some time.
Sahara looks a little
Hey, hey,
unnerved by this
hey,
information.
hey. Look. Hey, listen to me.
She's just gonna like stop talking completely, and someone else is gonna have to talk.
Okay.
Are we all sitting down at a table now?
Blakely,
You-
look at me.
Still standing outside of the inn. Guard hasn't really
Listen to me.
just yet.
We were having fun,
Oh, so we're
but
just
you're
talking
getting
to
close
the
to
guard,
getting
not
in
the
trouble.
barkeep inside.
You got, I'm telling you right now, you're gonna get
Yeah, you
spanked
guys
on
got good
TV.
food in there?
No, quit.
Yeah. Suppose we do.
If you touch that again, I'm spanking you.
Do you mayhaps need a little
Quit. You're gonna accidentally turn
music?
off the
And she'll
computer.
pull out her
Quit.
Flute that she took from Ren's dead body
Blakely,
and
don't.
play some really bad notes because she doesn't know how to play flute
Hey,
yet.
please go check on Brownie. Okay,
if
then
it
I'll go
sounds
get rid of
like
Brownie.
that, then no.
Wait.
You wanna get rid of her? go check on
I got another instrument too. Hold on.
She's barking.
She'll get out her ukulele and try something better.
Go.
He kind of nods a little more approvingly at that. Just go in. Don't stay long though.
Jeez, it's like they don't want our
Sucker
money or
does that.
something.
Wow.
I don't think they want
Sorta.
me here.
She's actually really good at it.
Well, yeah, it's a given.
Don't.
So all of you walk inside of this small inn, and you and
We'll have to
Rocky
mute
and
the sound for a second.
Dran, you kind of have to squat down a little bit as you go through the doorway. But as you walk inside, luckily the ceiling is significantly higher. But it's
Figure
bigger
out.
on the inside. As you guys kind of walk into the inn, and you can just see everyone's kind of like
Blakely,
kind of keeping to themselves. You
I
see
mean it.
2 or 3 groups of people.
look at me.
All kind of milling
I'm
back
gonna
inside the
wear
back
you
corner of
out
town.
if you don't settle down.
There's a hearth, of
Blakely.
course, and the fire is up very high, and there's like a little bit of just kind of smoke, kind of like wafting above the inn itself as individuals suck on their pipes. A few old guys in the back there kind of mumbling and murmuring as they walk inside. And the barkeeper kind of sitting there at the bar, kind of looking at all you guys as you walk in. Big looking guy, balding, muscled. Looks like he could possibly throw down if need be. He's got a large beard that kind of dangles down to his chest. He kind of looks at all of you, and then he notices Sylvie in the back. Hey, well, if it ain't the lovely elf goddess herself.
Stop.
Oh, good evening. It's good to see you
No.
again.
Quit.
That it is.
You can touch that.
Looking for food, drink? I see you brought a few
Quit.
friends with you.
Oops, wrong button.
I have, and we are touring your fine village and wondering if we could have a hot meal.
Hot meals are always available for those with coin. Nothing to worry about there. Excuse the crapness. Maybe you all can kind of go over there. And he kind of points to more of a corner area. There's a small table. Looks like it could sit maybe.
If you
4
scream
people
one
at
more
best.
time, I'm gonna spank your butt and send you upstairs. Do you understand me?
Some of you may have to stand.
And quit hitting the computer.
But we can get some food out.
Okay?
Got a special. We got fresh fish,
Blakely?
toast, brought in too long ago. Some spiced potatoes. A bit of wine to go with that. So, only 50 silver.
Well, you know me, I'm always up for the vegetables.
Oh, yes, of course, you got a bit more delicate palate than most. I'm sure we can probably find you a few greens.
Chokehold for the child.
But the rest of you, you all delicate too?
Perhaps some food could be exchanged for a song or two?
He kind of looks at you.
I will strum aggressively on my ukulele.
Tell you what. Why don't you play a few ditties, and if I like the way it sounds, we'll see what we can do.
Lucy will play some like old war ballads or something.
Okay, why don't you make a performance
Oh,
check?
she's getting it.
Something for old men to listen to.
She's about to get the chokehold.
It's a very well done performance with music that's not known to these areas, and so as you kind of hop up on that table and strum on your instrument, your voice kind of like carries easily through, and you see that a lot of the individuals there have kind of perked up. They're all kind of looking your direction, and certainly there's something to be said about a small
You're gonna win,
cat-like
all right, in a minute.
individual playing music on a table. Your song is well received, and as you strum the last chord, you can see a few people
Jesus,
scattered a little
test
bit
on
of
me.
clapping, a little bit of appreciative nods, and the
Hey,
barkeeper
they
kind
wanna
of
know why your hair
nodding, kind
looks
of
so
tapping
nasty
his
in the
toe to
back.
the music. As you finish, he
Why don't you brush that?
looks at you.
Wild
Yeah, I'm
thing.
sure we can arrange
Take
something
like a
for you. And
civilized person.
maybe a few of your friends there.
Oh, sure, I guess.
Yeah, we got food's on us. Drinks is still well, we don't get. It's hard to get wine up here, so can't do much about that. That'll still run you 20 silver.
What do you got to drink in this place?
Yeah, we typically get our wine from the Wizards of Wine Winery. Surely you've heard of them.
She's gonna end up hurting herself.
Renard's his eyes probably look like Puss in Boots at the mention of the Wizards of Wine.
Careful.
Yeah, 20 silver. That's for
Hey,
how
go
much
with the red
wine?
button.
That's a bottle.
Give me 5.
His eyes kind of light up. He kind of looks
Any
around.
test on what?
Yeah, let's, okay.
You're gonna break it.
And so they bring out 5 bottles of the
Time out.
purple mash.
No.
Hey,
Begging your pardon, but
what did I tell you?
all we're down to is this more expensive wines have unfortunately we've run out. Hopefully the winery will begin shipping again soon. We don't know exactly what happened. A few weeks ago they just kind of stopped showing up.
Oh yeah, that could be. I should be getting a shipment in anything now.
You travelers from Valaki?
Okay, Dad
Yep.
Shoot.
Can't believe you guys haven't heard of us.
Dad told
I mean, we're the reason everything's starting to ship again to begin with.
Well, word don't travel quickly in the lands of Barovia. There's a lot of scary things out there on the roads, typically.
Perhaps I could tell you a tale. And Lucy starts playing her ukulele. And we'll pretend that I have written a song. But
Okay.
she will sing a song about the Valiant lost.
Okay.
It has 17 verses, 3 chord changes, and it'll take like half an hour.
Gotcha. Well, no problem then. During that half an hour time frame, food is brought out to everyone. It's warm, and those of you that dig in find it tastes very, very good. The fish has been cooked to perfection. All of you enjoy it, kind of kicking back a little bit, and
Nard will share his wine if anybody wants any.
wine goblets are passed out for those that want, and drinks are had.
Are there any
Right? 17 verses?
guys that are drunk already or anything in this?
Where are you going?
Come here.
Make a perception check.
Don't.
Hey, come here.
Yes.
Why don't you get your pad and your earphones? Why don't you go upstairs and lay down now? Or sit down and watch your show there?
Yeah.
Don't.
Go jump.
Lucy's music has definitely livened up the inn. You can tell that the individuals here don't typically have this type of entertainment, this
Hey,
type
sit
of
right here,
interest
so I can watch.
going on.
No.
And so the drinks have been flowing a bit more freer than they
I
would
don't
normally,
need to
and
see you.
you can tell a few
Go
people are
jump.
inebriated.
Oh, come on.
Oh no.
Come on.
Wild hair.
Come on.
I'm trying to figure out who would be the best to try to chat up a drunk guy. Let's see. Renard, would you be willing to try and chat up a drunk guy and see if you can get any more info about the abbot?
Not too scary.
I guess.
Quit.
Seduce them, Renard.
Have you ever tried the foxtrot?
No.
Please.
All right. I don't know. You think these people know anything about the abbot? I mean, I pretty much gather that it's pretty secretive.
Or any like things they've seen going on? Any weird things? I don't know.
Yeah, why not? I'll look around the room. Who do I see of interest?
All right. So looking around the room,
Blakely.
you see that there is an elderly couple, an old man and a wife. They are very, very close to the fire, and you can see that they are kind of fanning their hands over it occasionally, kind of warming their hands up a little bit. You can see a younger, middle-aged couple, also not too far away from the fire, kind of adjacent to them, and they're kind of like talking hushly to each other. There's a man sitting by himself over in the corner, and you can see he's got a few bottles of wine around him. And then, of course, there's the barmaids that are continuously walking amongst everyone.
I'm watching you from here.
You can't see me.
Go.
Or a bar with a
I'll come
bartender, I
watch you.
assume.
Yeah, it's small. Like this isn't. I mean, this is fairly cramped. I mean,
That is
you're
not.
talking like
You're gonna fall.
From one side to the other, you're looking at about 60 to 70 feet of space moving around there. I mean, it's not super big.
All right.
Quit.
I will scoop up one of the bottles of wine that I assume we haven't opened all five. Who knows? I'm gonna grab the fullest one and just walk over to the bartender, make conversation. I'll sit down on a stool.
Hey, quit. I don't want you jumping out like that.
A man, woman, who you can talk to?
It's a man. It's the gentleman you guys have been talking to for a little bit.
Hey, name's Renard. I guess I didn't catch yours.
Yeah. Yeah. It's Jim.
Jim. Mighty fine name, Jim.
Thanks. He kind of looked at you a little quizzically.
Name about the old wine, you know? You thought there was wizard wine back here, but just this mash stuff, huh?
Yeah, it's been a while since we've had Red Dragon. I could go for a taste of that.
Yeah, it's good stuff. Once you've had it, it's hard to go back.
It is. You,
Okay, I'm not watching you no more.
Well, begging my pardon for being forward, but what are you?
No.
Bernard kind of looks down at himself and, looks back at
I don't like you climbing up like that.
Well,
no.
A fox.
Sit down and watch your
I
pad.
ain't seen no foxes talking.
Now you have, huh?
Weird.
Everybody's gonna hear you
Yeah,
crying.
my friends and I, we got quite a bit of attention back in Valaki too. They asked us to go to free up the wine place. We went down to the wine wizard's vineyard and fought a giant tree and freed all the wine. So, hopefully you'll end up with some down here before you know it.
Giant tree? What are you going on about?
Yeah, giant tree. Darndest thing.
God, I feel terrible.
Haven't seen any of those either, I take it.
There's a lot of things I haven't seen up until recent, so who knows?
Well, so what's the story with this Abby here in town? We were supposed to meet a friend of ours, and we heard she went in there. How long are people normally in that place?
You seem like an alright fella. Look, I don't want no part of the abbot or the abbey. They say he's a holy man. But whatever goes on up there,
I am Groot.
well,
I am Groot. I am Groot.
I've had a few people, sometimes on a dare, they say they go up, climb over the wall and try to see. And anyone that's ever came back, see, the place is crawling with monsters. These weird looking, misshapen, animal looking people, just not like you, more like wrong. Parts of animals that don't make sense to be together. Like
Totally didn't.
spiders,
You went on my qual, yo.
lizards, it's an abomination. I don't know what they're doing up there, why, but it don't sound like the work of a holy man to me. I just try to earn an honest living here.
Yeah, it doesn't sound like a place that anybody would want to go.
Exactly. Don't know. Scary place, I hear. Never seen it myself. Everything's all just rumors and hearsay. Who knows? Maybe it's just a fine place. I don't know.
I don't know. I usually find there's truth in rumors.
If it wasn't for the sounds sometimes that comes down, I probably
Just
wouldn't
gonna get beat, man.
be inclined to believe such things. But something going on. But listen, wouldn't be trying to get in no trouble. Whoever you looking for? I heard you talking. You looking for Esmeralda?
Yeah, that's her.
I mean, maybe she comes back in a day or so, but I'll be honest, if she ain't back in a week, sooner, I would say she's probably gone.
Gone?
I may be speaking out of turn. I don't know. Some people don't come back. Or maybe if they leave by some other means. But nobody ever goes unwillingly. No one's ever come to, you know what I mean?
Oh, so sorry.
I don't know. You don't bother us. We don't bother him. He don't bother us. Sometimes he asks for things. We give it to him. A couple days ago, he's looking for a bride's gown. Some most beautiful one that could ever be made.
I am Groot. I am Groot. I am Groot.
Get it?
Not yet. A few people have
Oh, fuck.
sent
Totally forgot I
gowns,
had
but
fight.
he said, well, he's polite. He sent a message back. One of his messengers. They said, hey, we thank you for it, but this is not quite grand enough. Some such speech.
No.
Not quite up to the guy's standards, huh?
Guess not. But
Sounds like a piece of work.
yeah, and he returned the gifts. They were fine. Nothing was defaced. If you can believe it, he actually sent a few pieces of silver back to those that sent one. So I don't know. I just don't know what to make of the guy.
Well, Renard will reach into his coin purse and lay 5 gold on the table. And does that settle us up for the wine and food?
His eyes just widen, and you can tell it's been a while since he's seen that much gold at one time. More than settles us up. Will you be needing the room?
Yeah, I think we will. Maybe more than one.
I ain't got money to spare, but to be honest with you, we don't have many travelers, so should be enough to fit all you. Be a little cramped, but better than sleeping outside.
Most of us are small. It's much appreciated.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah, thanks. Keep yourself out of trouble. I'd like the opportunity to chat again.
Oh yeah, that's what I do best. And with that, he hops down off his bar stool, heads back to the table. And he will explain to his friends that they could probably get in by posing as tailors and making a very fancy wedding dress.
That's our in. Who can sew?
Yeah, this bozo's looking for a wedding gown. Oh yeah, also his wall may or may not be patrolled by spider monsters sewn together with parts of other animals. What?
What?
Yeah, this is what I'm told. He said that people that go in there don't always come back. Sometimes they come back, sometimes they don't. But anyway, this guy, this fancy taste Abbott fellow, he's looking for a wedding gown. But none of the gowns that have been sent to him so far will suit him. So,
Was
please
your
start that trailer.
friend Esmeralda pretty?
She is beautiful with black hair, and she's just striking. Her personality is impetuous and independent, but she has some naive streak too. So I'm very worried that maybe she's in there trying to solve the problem on her own, and is now
Has to marry the abbot.
head monster or something.
Oh, I guess we went in 2 different directions there.
I was also thinking marry the abbot. I'd think everybody around here is always trying to marry random women.
Seems that way.
Do you remember, what was I going to say? Irina, is she at the table too?
Yes.
Irina, have you ever been in this town before or heard of this?
Yeah, I've heard of Kresik before. I don't think I've ever
No
been
child.
here. If I have, it's been
Excuse me.
it's been a long time. I was much smaller.
So this abbot needs a wedding dress?
Yeah, I mean, I figure either he's a cross-dresser or he really likes Esmeralda.
Oh, another thing. There's a statue of the Morning Prince, and it's a holy place in town, and there's he's holding a sword. I thought we should check that out too.
I don't have anything to do with a wedding dress. But maybe I'll look at Savari. Maybe you can create some sort of illusion that makes him see what he's wanting to see?
That is a possibility. However, if he is very strong of mind, he might see right through it.
Yeah, he's gonna see right through it.
Are we sure about that?
I mean, not 100% sure, but considering the weird stuff that barkeep thinks is going on behind those walls, this guy's probably about some magic type stuff.
The Burgermeister said he was also very vain, so maybe there's something else we could get him that he would appreciate, like
I could draw a picture of the guy if I knew what he looked like.
a wedding cake. Wait, what?
I'm an artist. I could maybe whip up something fancy if we knew what he looked like. I could make a heck of a self-portrait.
What if you drew a picture of Esmeralda?
I mean, I don't know what she looks like either.
Or
Silvaren does.
Or what if we simply tell them that you have been commissioned to come and do a wedding painting for
The
them?
wedding planners.
Oh, this is brilliant! How did I become so smart?
Just comes naturally to you, it seems.
Sometimes.
What do vain people love to look at?
Themselves.
Do we have anything? And
Alcohol.
she looks very pointedly at Renard. Do we have anything that might interest a person like that?
Oh.
Oh. Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds risky. And inviting of all kinds of trouble. I mean, considering what that thing does.
I'm gonna look over to Lucy and lean over. You wanna go look at this sword?
Yeah.
Suddenly, the door bursts open.
Ties!
And chill air kind of like froths in.
Ticey
A
ties.
man walks inside. He's wearing a large brown overcoat, kind of hangs down to the ground. You can see that he has kind of like messy brown hair, just kind of like sticking all over. He has a pair of kind of like goggles, kind of like wearing them currently, and as he kind of moves around, walking straight into the inn there without a care in the world, you can see that underneath his jacket, he's fairly well dressed. He's got a kind of a blue tunic, and he kind of, oh, it's freezing outside. Woo! I will be having your finest ale. If you don't have ale, then I will have your finest something else. And did I mention it was cold? He's rubbing his hands together kind of furiously. And he just kind of like walks straight up to the barkeeper. kind of puts his hands face down on the bar, kind of leans forward. So, kind of taps his fingers a little bit. What have we got? What do you got, Jim? Jim
I'm
Bob.
gonna actually call over to the guy, like, "Hey, pal! Hey, buddy!"
And he kind of stops for a moment, turns his head over his shoulder.
Yeah, we got plenty of wine over here, more than we can drink. Why don't you join us?
I do believe I would love to have a drink.
That's the artificer everyone's talking about in town.
What's he do?
It's the artificer everyone's talking about in town.
Yeah.
Lucy whispers that to
Yeah.
everyone.
I'm gonna whisper back to Lucy. And what's he do?
I don't know. People are enraptured. Or enraptured? What word?
Raptured?
Enamored.
They're
My
going.
company
They're going
tours
through the
enamored.
rapture with him.
Boy, you
Huh?
were really getting into your character now. Huh?
I do believe my reputation precedes me. Hello, hello. And he kind of walks over with practiced grace as he kind of weaves his way around and walks over. Now, this is a tiny spot here. You kind of got you all crammed in the corner.
Yeah, the quarters are a little tight, but the alcohol's flowing. I'll pour him a glass and push it over his way.
Ah! He picks it up. Cheers.
James
Drums it
Renard.
down.
These are my friends. My friends. This is this guy.
Yes.
Hello?
Hi, hello. What? My. Ah, he kind of looks all around you, kind of poking around, kind of lifts his goggles up a little bit onto his forehead. Kind of inspecting you all, it seems. Oh, you're Motley Crue, aren't you? Motley Crue
The
indeed.
best Motley Crue you could ever imagine.
Ah, is that right? Where you from?
We're from pretty well nowhere,
Ah,
and
That's
yet
pretty accurate.
all over.
I see. Well, I'm from Eberron. Ever heard of that before?
Ha! I'm always nice to Lucy.
Yeah, I've heard of Eberron.
Well,
Sounds
not many
familiar.
people around here have heard of Eberron, so that means that you are also from beyond. And he kind of wiggles his fingers a little bit.
You got me, bud. From Eberron.
You're from Eberron?
Run into somebody else from there.
What are the odds? What are the odds?
No, did you come through the mist here too?
No. Rebel thing, actually, I was tinkering and doing and such, and found myself here, and so I've been here for a little bit, and doing things, and going around, and, you know, a little bit of that stuff.
Yeah, years back, I got thrown out of a bar in Eberron, fell asleep under a tree, woke up here.
Oh, so you've been here for quite some time, then?
In and out, here and there.
See. Well, nasty bit with Strahd and all that.
I'm
Did
always
you
nice
say
to
your
Lucy,
name
by the way.
was?
I didn't. And he, nothing snide or snarky about it. Just kind of like very plainly stated. And he takes a drink of his wine.
Maybe Lucy would be happy to introduce you to the group.
Okay. That's Renard. That's Sylvari.
Charmed.
That is Ginger here, or are we just gonna...
She's here, but she just basically is here, you know.
That's Ginger. Watch out. Don't get on her bad side.
Yeah, she looks a bit green.
There's Rocky. Extra tall. And yeah, that's
Oh.
about it.
You're a Goliath.
Correct.
I'll say you're forgetting this man over here. And he kind of pokes Dran in the arm.
I would not poke me.
Oh, duly noted. He kind of pulls his hands back. Yes. Well,
So,
here in this little town, they simply call me the Artificer. It's my job. It's who I am. It's what I do. We'll just leave it at that.
Why don't you have a name?
I do have a name. Everyone has a name. Who doesn't have a name?
What's your name?
I can't tell you. It's a secret.
But how are we going to distinguish you amongst all the artificers we know?
No need. I'm probably the only one you'll meet in this place.
Which doesn't make for a very good song. What rhymes with
Nice,
artificer?
Marco. Yeah, I need the Rocky. Extra tall, please.
Liz. Not a very good rhyming word, is it?
Ugh. This is just. Ugh.
How are you not dead yet, traveling alone as you are?
Oh, I've got a way with words, and people just tend to.
well, hearing that you were an artificer, I actually called you over to see if I could impress you with my weapon, but since you're from Eberron, you've probably already seen a couple of these.
He looks at it. Oh yes,
Oh, I didn't
seen a few
point
of
out
those.
there.
Is it fire magic?
Yeah, Bernard will reach into his, kind of cross his arms, reach into his sleeves, and I'm going to bring out my palm pistol, the smaller of the two, keeping in mind that they're not visible until I pull them out. But it's the small one, about as big as my hand, and I'll hand it that way. And they're like, nah, it doesn't shoot magic yet, unless you want to upgrade it.
Well, we've only known each other for a very short time, and I have to ask, what are you lot doing here?
Yeah? We came here looking for
We're
our friend.
we're planning a wedding.
Yeah, that.
A wedding? Ah, of course. The Abbot's been going on about a wedding dress.
Oh yeah, lot of wedding planning to be done. Lots.
You know, when I saw you, sir, I knew immediately there's a man who makes a mean wedding dress.
Correct. Only the finest. Whatever it takes. Whatever
A
it
fine
takes.
group of tailors. Valiant tailors. He kind of winks a little at you all.
I hear it's quite the task to find the dress this guy's looking for.
Probably so.
So what do you know about this dress and wedding?
Oh, I know all kinds of things. Lots of things. Many things. So, the question is, what will you do with that information if I provide it?
Depends what information it is.
Well spoken. He's a smart dressmaker.
The smartest you'll ever meet.
Let's not get ahead of ourselves.
Don't see too many dressmakers, do you?
Ah,
Exactly.
looking at those fingers there, those are fingers of a warrior, not fingers of a dressmaker. But that's okay.
It's for
That's
all
okay.
the good work.
So, what are you really looking for? You didn't really come here to give a dress to the abbot. Just level with me.
You haven't even told us your name.
I told you my name. It's good enough.
It's what?
It's good enough. What I told you.
Good enough.
Good enough.
Good enough is a very strange name.
Sure, go with it. You know, hey, I'm a really strange guy. It's all right. I told you I'm from another world. Isn't that good enough?
You're nosy good enough.
Nosy? I walked in here and he called me over here to talk to you, providing me with some excellent wine. Thank you. He nods at you, Bernard.
His cup while he's talking.
Thank you. And he takes a sip. So, I was just minding my own business here. And now I find my business has been made your business. And since she's a cat singing, that makes it show business. And there's no business like show business. So, there you have it. Looks like we're in cahoots.
But Lucy hits the table like drums.
I like her.
Don't worry. It'll wear off.
Boots, eh?
Yes. You guys are looking to take out Strahd, I take it.
Isn't everybody?
Everyone that I have possibly met either thinks one of two things. Oh no, Strahd's gonna kill us all, let's just do what he says. Or, oh, if only we could kill Strahd. Yeah, I got a 50-50 chance.
Is there a third option we're overlooking?
Probably.
Yeah,
But then there's
none
people
of
like
us
me,
know.
humble artificers that have stumbled into this world as I suspect you all have as well, and you're probably looking for a way out. But at the same token, you find yourselves wanting to help the poor people that are here.
Way out? Nah, I don't have anywhere in particular to be. I'm just gonna go with it.
Marco.
Do you have a way out?
Perhaps. I'm working on something.
What's that something?
Something? Why? Weaving my skills in artificing. I'm hoping to build a device that can move through worlds, time, such. I've still got a bit more work to do on it, but I find that this is a captivating area, a very beautiful landscape to work on.
Well, if you get your device working, I suggest you paint it blue. Seems like a good color.
Blue is my favorite color. You're very astute. Now, seems that you need help. I saw you all walking around asking questions earlier and meandering about. And talk travels very quickly. So, again, outside of making dresses, what is your aim here? What are you looking for? What can I do for you?
Do you know anything about
Well-
this sword?
Sword?
Yeah, the sword of light.
Well, they say that the Morning Lord carried a glowing sword of light. A bit of a history buff. Only been here for a week or two, but fascinating reads.
Can you tell us more about this sword?
Yes, I can, as a matter of fact. They say that this village here, and he kind of leans in, almost conspiratorially, looks at all of you. They say this village here is the village that Sergei von Strahd was born. You may remember him from such tales as Strahd's brother. It's well known as well that he was a devout follower of the Morning Lord.
Didn't Strahd kill him?
He did, in Castle Ravenloft. Named after his mother, if you didn't know.
Do you happen to know where he was born? A particular hut here?
Oh, no, my dear. Think about this. How old is Strahd?
Unknowable, I would imagine, or
That is probably just about right. So, as to where the poor boy came from in this village, or as to if it even is the same look as it was before, that I couldn't tell you. But I believe, as you have all probably already ascertained, as you're all very intelligent people, including you, he points at Ryan in the back.
Don't get too crazy. Let's keep it in
I
bounds.
snort a little fire at him.
If I was going to do something, I would pay a visit north.
I'll look over to Lucy, kind of nod my head like, see, that's where we should be going.
I mean, but our whole wedding plan caper sounded like a lot of.
Artificer. Do you have an idea of how one might gain entrance to the Abbey?
Through the front gate, I would imagine.
I heard it's hard to get an invitation.
course it is. But, and he kind of reaches into his side pocket and he pulls out a magic wand, silvery in color, and he kind of waves it about a little bit. But perhaps your friend the artificer can help you.
Ooh, yes.
So hard to get in. You still want to go with this wedding dress thing?
I mean, it's the best and only plan we have.
And how cool is it?
You know what? I'm okay with upgrading to the artificer plan.
Oh, I thought we were gonna like combine them. Magic.
I don't know. I thought our friend here was suggesting he had a different idea. I just want my gun to be magic.
I like the idea of this guy thinking he's getting a wedding dress and really not. Oh, can your wand make maybe like, I don't know, make that sack outside look like a really nice wedding dress that we could give him? That would be kind of funny.
I like the way you think. Rocky, was it?
Ah, Rocky it is. It's nice meeting you, by the way, Bart.
Alright. Let's do it. He kind of stands up, kind of cracks his knuckles, kind of twirls his wand about. I like it. Alright. Bring me a sack.
Right, all right, hold on. I'm gonna go outside and grab like the nearest sack of trash and empty it and bring it back.
Alright. So, here's what we're gonna do. Now, the abbot is probably a very powerful wizard. I mean, right? That's what he is. Of course it is. This is obvious. He kind of looks at all of you. Now, we both know that he will see through some basic little illusionary spell. So instead...
Well, some of us knew that.
Yeah, I'm glad I told you.
Instead... you're gonna like this a lot. He looks at you, Renard. I believe you have something in your pocket.
That's a mouse that he claims is in there.
Yeah? How would you know that?
Because I cast Detect Magic as soon as I walked in here.
Alright. Bernard
Oh,
will,
now my guard is up now.
Bernard will dig in and pull out the little shape wrapped in a handkerchief and hand it over to the artificer.
He takes it, he looks at it. Oh, this is nice. This is very nice. And he flips it around, looks at it, looks in the mirror. Oh. Well, I can definitely see it's not broken.
Can Lucy peer over his shoulder and look at the mirror while he's looking at it?
Sure. And as you kind of like, are you trying to climb on him or just trying to look around?
I'm just trying to look around. I want to see what he sees.
So he catches you looking as well, and he kind of flips it so both of you can look at each other together. We are quite the power couple, aren't we?
Hmm.
And you just see his handsome, smiling visage in the mirror there. No. You see, this right here is attuned to this foxy man. He taps Renard on the head. But there's a great, powerful enchantment laid upon it. I believe indeed that I can make this maybe work our way. Yes. He lays it down, looks at it. All right. I'll tell you what. Give me an hour or so. Lend me this mirror. I'll see if I can work something up that might help you out.
I'm gonna look at Renard and see if that's okay with him.
This thing hasn't done us any good so far. Might as well use it for something.
Mm.
Rocky, your sack, please. And don't take it that way.
I'm going to turn around and hand him the sack from outside.
Okay, we've got a sack. We've got a powerful enchanted item. And we've got my trusty arcane wand. Yes, I think we have the mix for something that's going to be grand. So, in the meantime, might I make a recommendation? Why don't you lot mosey your way up, check out that little holy place, see if maybe you can find something about that sword you're looking for. Meet me at the blacksmith's.
Okay. See you then.
See you then. My tab is on them. He points at you guys from the barkeep.
I'm going to point to Foxy.
I mean, I already paid for all the wine. It's fine.
Okay. Doesn't matter.
All right. Well, shove off then. I'll be seeing you soon. And he takes your mirror, the sack, and walks out the door. As the door opens, it then slams shut quickly, and off he goes.
All right. Well, sounds like we're heading out to check out some statue.
You said we're meeting him at the blacksmith later?
Yes.
That man was different, said Irina.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm
Yes.
special.
What is an artificer?
Think of an artificer like a very advanced blacksmith.
And where is Eberron?
Yeah, Eberron's
Long way from here.
far beyond the mists.
Huh. There's so much out there that extends beyond this little realm.
The bartender talked about seeing weird things around here. Eberron's got sights like this place has never seen.
Oh, yeah.
Perhaps one day I could see it.
Perhaps.
Well,
Let's move now before it gets too late. Sounds like we got a lot of stuff to do and not a whole lot of time. Plus, I can't wait to see the dress.
all right.
Gathering your Eberron as well.
Not necessarily from Eberron, but I've done my fair share of travels. That's what got me going in this line of work, I guess you could say.
All right, fair enough.
All right, I'm ready.
All right. So, the group of you file out one by one, heading into the street. And looking up the road, you can still see the coat of the artificer kind of flailing in the wind as he's kind of half walking, half frolicking north. Group of you all kind of look at each other for a moment, shrug. Up you go, trudging your way up. And the pool and the shrine, not too far from the blacksmiths. You actually pass it on the way. And I'll go ahead and move you guys over. A second. Alright. So, even under this gray sky, as you guys begin to wind your way around the trees kind of surrounding this little pool there, the pool at the north end of this village, it shimmers and sparkles. You can see that sunlight just seems to be cascading down onto it, which kind of, again, strange. There's an overcast, and you just notice that there's this ray of light kind of still kind of like illuminating the pond. Near the shore. I'm sorry?
How deep does it look?
From where you're walking, you don't. As you're approaching it, I mean, your initial thought may be that it would be shallow enough that you could walk into it and still be able to stand. But you'd have to get a little closer to truly tell. You can see that near its shore sits an old gazebo, almost on the verge of collapse. A wooden statue of a mournful, bare-chested man. Its paint chipped and faded stands in the gazebo, his arms outstretched as though waiting to be embraced. You see another statue nearby, broken and shattered on the ground. The man with the outstretched hand, you can see that there is a sword that's been carved into his side.
Like it's at his side, not drawn.
Correct, it's like it's sheathed.
Okay.
What do you think makes the water look like that?
It's a great question.
Are there any?
Go ahead.
Are there any other people there right now?
No, it's deserted. The lonely shaft of sunlight just continues to dance across the water, and you also see that the light reflects onto the statue nearby, illuminating every inch of its chipped and tarnished wood.
Is the statue in the middle of the pool? I'm sorry, I missed it. In the middle of the pool or on the side?
It's actually off to the side. So the pool is kind of like, well, let me back up. Technically, the statue is behind the pool. So the statue is overlooking the pool, and then it's kind of like you could walk around the pool to get to the other side where the statue is, and the gazebo is over to the right side.
I will go over into the gazebo.
Okay. So as you walk inside of it, you can see that the steps are kind of cracked and broken. Upon kind of looking up, you can see the roof's kind of sagging a little bit. You kind of wonder why they've left it in such disrepair with all of the pleasant talk of it.
Is there anything in the gazebo?
Make a investigation check.
Can I talk my way through the gazebo?
A lot of rocks, a lot of broken stuff, but nothing really catches your eye. And so everyone kind of spreads out a little bit, kind of looking around and just kind of examining the area. And Irina suddenly gives a start and kind of, did you see that?
Nope, definitely didn't see it. What are we seeing?
And she points towards the statue.
What was it?
And she just looks super perplexed. And all of you all kind of look and kind of stare at the statue, and you see this blank expression on the statue's face begins to slowly move as the head shifts itself, looking towards your group. You hear the wood itself kind of like make a creaking sound as it adjusts and moves. And the worn paint upon the statue's surface begins to glow, a dim golden color. Its features begin to shift and change. The wooden statue going from an old man's face, the statue's beard receding, its hair lengthening. You see color begin to return slowly to the surface of the statue. The hands begin to move, the arms begin to adjust. You see the features of a young man, his face and body taking shape. Dark hair, storm-colored eyes, a lid but well-muscled form. His features strikingly reminiscent of Strawn von Zarev.
Huh. I wonder if this
I
is a
don't
statue.
think that was supposed to happen.
He kind of looks around all of you, almost with a bit perplexement on his own face. And you see warmth, though, in his gaze. You see a very small smile kind of touch the side of his lips. Things that would look very alien on the vampire's ancient face.
Hey there, pal. How's it going? I'll poke it.
Your not close enough to poke it unless you went through the water around it.
Oh, then I'll just wave.
He looks at you and I am Sergei von Zarovic. Welcome to the Shrine of the White Sun.
Wow. Have you been, like, standing here waiting to talk to somebody, or are we just special?
The statue, if it is indeed a statue now, shifts its weight. He steps off the pedestal. And he begins to walk across the water.
I'm still going to go ahead and reach towards my weapon and at least have a hold of it.
I'm gonna take a step closer to the water, closer to him as he walks forward.
He kind of looks upon all of you and he notices your movement, Rocky. Be still. You have nothing to fear from me.
Says a talking statue.
And he looks, locking eyes with Irina as he walks across the water. Tatiana, it is you. You've come. Come back at last. And you see Irina kind of walk backwards a little bit. No, I'm sorry. Who? What? His feet then touch the ground. It is you. Why has been so long? I never thought that you would come here. I've waited for you. He kind of looks all around at the group. You have all brought her back to me.
Bernard will look at Irina, since she doesn't seem to be grasping what he's saying, and say, you know, if there's any truth to what Strahd thinks of you, then this guy will, I mean, you heard the story same as I did. You know who this is.
She kind of, my name is Irina. And she says it very firmly, insistently. And you see Sergei kind of, a little cloud of unhappiness kind of goes across his face. Of course, Irina. And he says the word slowly.
Really odd.
I apologize. I meant no harm. Forgive me, I can... This sounds insane. But... Look, the truth of the matter is that all people in the lands of Barovia that have a soul, they're trapped here. My brother, the day he made that cursed pact, we're all here. We're all stuck. And some of us, crueler fates or worse fates than others. You may not believe it, you may not know it, but within you is the essence of the woman I married so long ago. It is the reason why my brother is after you. Surely you've gathered that much at least. She kind of just nods slowly. I am making you uncomfortable. Yeah, I've been here for a very long time. I don't even remember exactly how I got here. And she kind of licks her lips a little bit and just kind of stands a little bit more straight now. So you're his brother. He nods. So why you revealed yourself because you sensed what I who I was, and she kind of not quite sure how to say what she's thinking. Yes. He looks at all of you. Truly, it is the God's will for us to meet. What has brought you here, Irina? Of all places, of all times, how? We came on other business. It is just happenstance. I see. So, what are you doing now then? If I had hoped, well, perhaps maybe you had sensed that I was here, but it seems that is not the case.
Yeah.
Well, your brother is trying to hurt this girl or take her. Would you know how to get rid of your brother? Or end his curse?
Removing my brother's curse, freedom of the Barovian people, especially Tatiana. Sorry, Irina. Yes, I would love that. I must let you know that I have been out of knowledge of current affairs for who knows how long. But it seems that nothing much has changed. But may I touch your hand? He says to Irina. She kind of looks at all of you.
It's just a hand touch.
Consent is important.
Rand steps up next to Irina.
She kind of, seeing all of your support, she extends her hand.
I'm gonna lean
He
into Lucy.
take-
I would not let that dude touch my hand. That's just freaky, but whatever.
He just gently takes it. And you see him kind of look at her. This isn't the first time you've come back. Seems this has happened a few times. Your soul is bound to this realm, and it's Strahd's wishes that he win you over as many times as it takes. Irina is not the only name you've had, nor was Tatiana. The only way to truly free everyone is to break Barovia free. Irina, I can protect you if you wish. I can give your spirit sanctuary here. And he kind of gestures around. Strahd cannot penetrate this place. It is holy.
Yeah, we've been told that before.
Yes, but my friend, I can do something that a mere physical place cannot. My spirit is all around in this area. Irina, I could remove your spirit from your body into this, protecting you. Strahd would not be able to do anything to harm your soul.
Would that kill her?
It would not. My body would remain. However, it would still need to be cared for and treated like anything else. For if her body were to die, she would have no place to go. But a body with no soul is nothing to Strahd, and he won't be able to find her without her soul calling to him.
For how long?
Whoa, 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 whoa. Irina kind of snatches her hand back, and she looks at you, Lucy. We're not taking any of me out of me and putting me in water with this guy. And she points at him.
It sounds like a poor way to spend your time.
Well, I mean, you want to know everything about it, right? Or are you just going to make a decision now? Because, I mean, you haven't made any decisions yet.
Ooh, sick burn.
Well, I've decided to go with you all. And she looks indignant.
That's a tough decision. Your other choice was what? The shrimp at the end of the street? Or some random dwarf? Maybe a guy with some twinkly fingers that was going to make you a necklace? I don't know.
All I'm saying is it's entirely up to you, Irina, but I think you should find out as much as you possibly can.
Yeah, I would listen to a cat that's had a bunch of boyfriends too.
Boyfriend?
The soul is not meant to leave the body.
Says a scaly man.
So
Says
he's
a
not
paladin.
wrong. It is not right for body and soul to be separated. This isn't a holy thing. I won't disagree with you there. However,
This town's not exactly holy or right either, so it's kind of like multiple times of whoop whoop out your own body.
yes, the souls have been removed and reincarnated numerous times in this land. No one has their original body.
Exactly. Yeah.
Could she try it out maybe and then pop her soul back into this body if she's like, nah, I don't like it?
Ooh. Wait a minute. Can
You undo it?
can any of us take our souls for a soulless test drive?
Yeah, Rocky, give it a shot.
And I'm unavailable. I don't believe in that, but I'm just curious. Asking for a friend. I know of a soulless cat that could probably help out.
Yeah, it's not going to do anything. What does that really buy us, though? It keeps Irina safe, more or less. But Strahd's still at large.
If Irina doesn't want her soul to leave her body, just let her make her own choices.
Oh, besides the point, what does that give us?
Yeah, Foxy.
Strahd is still out there. We're asking, is there a way to defeat Strahd?
Ooh, but we could use her then, this empty shell, as a potential.
What? Rocky, you monster.
I'm just saying.
What's wrong with you?
Duran's gonna reach out, touch Irina's shoulder, and cast protection from evil and good.
Okay.
You know, speaking of
Goliath
defeating
on that
God,
list?
where can we find this sun sword?
See. I know what you speak of.
Was it yours?
It was.
So, any clue where it is now?
Yes. I have an idea.
And what is that idea?
Care to
See-
share with the class?
You see him kind of take a distant look in his face. He moves back and forth. A moment.
Not able to tell us, or you just don't want to?
Trying to find my body.
Ew.
Okay, maybe you shouldn't let that soul leave the body. I mean, this guy's trying to find his body all of a sudden.
My remains. If they are anywhere left in Barovia, and you see a distant look in his eyes as they kind of walk around, move around, I can find it. Yeah. Yes. Yes, I see. Huh.
And?
It's... Where is this? Dark. A temple. A golden amber color. I see.
Is this the Abbey?
No. It is old, it is ancient. There's evil there. The hilt. Yeah, I can see it now. It's broken. Where is this? An amber temple. He kind of snaps back. My body, what remains of it, has been laid to rest. A tomb. It's hard to see exactly where, but it's obscure. There's great darkness within it. But the hilt of my sword is there. I have communed here for centuries with the Morning Lord. If you can retrieve the hilt and bring it to me, I can make the sword whole again.
Okay.
Can you, like, tell a direction?
He looks a bit perplexed. The best I can tell you is it's a strange golden temple, the color of amber. It looks, but it's not man-made. It's, I don't know. It's almost carved out of maybe a mountain. It's difficult. But I can tell you this. It's far. Do you have a map?
Anybody got a map? We brought a map.
Pull out a map.
Irina, I have a map.
Good thing she's here.
Well, of course. We travel these roads.
Hey, it all looks the same to me.
Huh. It's far south. Near. He looks at the map. Luna Lake. Looks around. Stalinko Pass. Somewhere there. And he kind of points on the map there. And I can get you guys a map of Barovia and show you.
Sounds like we're heading south.
And so you think with your sword we could end your brother's curse? Or his form, his immortal form, whatever.
I believe that I could create a weapon capable of harming him. Now, as to whether or not you can completely destroy him, though.
This process of removing a soul, is that something you could do to him?
You must be willing.
Lucy looks at Irina but doesn't say anything.
So, we head south. Irina, do you want to remove your soul for now to be safe? Or are you leaving it and hoping that nothing happens to you in the meantime?
I'm tired of being an object and something to be saved or moved or controlled or this or that. I am nobody's but mine. I will not go through with it.
Lucy makes a happy noise.
Sergei looks a little crestfallen.
Foxy.
Irina, I respect
What? We mean her. Who else is going to carry the map?
Foxy.
what you say.
Foxy.
Still.
She totally said she belongs to nobody. Just throwing that out there for you.
Yeah? And?
Just saying.
Can I examine the broken statue on the ground?
The broken what, I'm sorry?
The broken statue? Did you say there was another one that was broken?
It is. Yes, there is. Yes. So as you kind of walk over to it, you can see that the statue appears to be of a woman. As near as you can tell, it's very faded, very very old, and parts of it are a bit crumbly as you touch it.
Hey, Renard, does this look like anybody to you?
I'll take a closer look. Does it look like anybody to me?
Make a perception check.
One moment. Need to open up my character sheet. I don't think I've used it tonight.
Click the line.
Yeah, you just roll for me real quick.
Sure.
I think my perception is +5.
Looks like a broken statue to you.
I got nothing.
Perhaps it's safe to assume past Tatiana has tried this before, and perhaps that was what is left of her.
You guys' name's Sergey. How do you say it?
Sergey.
Sergey, are you? I mean, you're bound to this statue, right? Is that what's going on here? Was somebody bound to this other one?
If they were, they're no longer there, I can tell you that much. But I'm not bound specifically to the statue itself. Just this area. When I sensed Irina's presence, I took this form, using this as a way.
See. You manifested through the statue. It's not necessarily that you're inside of it.
Right. Seemed like a good way to get your attention. He kind of smiles a bit.
Do you know anything about the Abbey in this region? Or the Abbot?
I know a little. There are those that come and pray here. And all manner of people have come through here. The Abbot has been here as well.
What does he pray for?
He never prays.
A sweet wedding dress.
He just comes here. I think he knows that I'm here. I think he senses my presence. I have not revealed myself to him. But I can tell you this. There's a great power within him. I don't know if he is good, if he is evil. He is neither. But I do know he's powerful.
Interesting.
No idea what he's up to, huh?
Well, perhaps I can put a bit together when I think about it.
We're always...
There have been a few things come here and may have prayed to the Morning Lord.
Things?
They're human, but they are twisted. Their bodies, the shape of cobbled together animals.
Spiders?
What do they pray for?
Bears. He looks a bit downcast. They pray for salvation. For freedom. From this thing that's befallen them. They are like you. To a degree. He kind of looks at you, Renard.
Ugly?
They are very ugly.
Well,
What?
Renard, you can make some friends here. Hey, I didn't say it. I just telling you what he said. I'm sorry, buddy. I'm sorry.
This is all very important information, but while we stand here, my friend is being turned into a spider. So perhaps we could hurry?
Oh, yeah. Lucy told
Is
me
it-
to drag it out.
Is this something we're gonna do? I mean, we know where to go for the sword now.
I say let's
So,
go.
I mean, we
What did-
definitely need that sword, but that artificer guy's waiting on us.
What did Ren always used to say? Are we gonna kick the hornet's nest?
We should probably check in on the Abbey. But before we do much, I need a rest. I assume we have not rested since the fight in the forest, correct?
Took a short rest, right? That was it.
Yeah.
You guys would have taken a short rest as you moved through, riding on horseback. That would be reasonable. But yeah, you guys are all still pretty worn out from everything that's happened.
Some of us expended quite a few spell slots in that fight.
Oh. Sounds like they need to be better fighters.
What time of day is it?
It's nearly night.
Guys, I got us a couple of rooms at the inn. We won't crash.
Yeah, sorry, Silvari, but this might be something better to do in the daytime.
Nobody
Unfortunately,
expects wedding gown tailors at night.
Savari, if you need help, I'll be happy to help you, sweetheart.
What do you guys think happened to Tyrael?
Oh, yeah.
Does that guy matter?
I mean, it does if he brings hell down on us like normal.
Are you worried about him, Renard?
I'm more worried about repercussions of whatever he's doing.
I don't know this guy, but why do you say it that way?
He tends to go off on his own and get into trouble.
Like,
He seems to fit in with this particular group here.
Oh, thanks, new guy. Give me Rin's sword back.
Both of them.
yeah.
Well, I guess we can't do anything anyways until the artificer is ready.
we have potentially our companion in danger as well as Esmeralda. So can we afford to sleep on it?
Did you put air quotes around companion? Because I would.
Yeah, I mean, if that guy took off on his own, we're not his babysitter.
Look, at this point, us rushing into anything is only going to possibly work on getting us killed. I enjoy as much as the next guy to poke, prod, and do this and whatever else. But at this point, knowing what we're going against, being smart could be the difference between life and death for us.
The artificers are way into the Abbey.
If you want your
And he
friend Esmeralda back, our best hope is to meet the artificer.
Could I just have an hour to summon my familiar and have it fly in and have a look?
I'll protect you. I'll give you an hour outside the inn.
Okay.
Let's let everybody else rest.
No way. If you lunatics are going to the Abbey, I'm gonna go too. You'll probably need me to save your life.
They're just going to the inn, and she wants to use a familiar.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, yeah, well, same thing. Just say I said outside the inn.
But
You're going to do some secret mission outside. He's going with him.
okay.
Okay, looks like you have lots of help. I'm going to bed.
Shocker, Lucy. Make sure you have bacon ready in the morning.
Lucy's already gone. Oh wait, Sergey. Sergey, she runs back. Sergey, thank you for your time. You've been very helpful. We'll bring the sword back to you when we find it.
The hilt. You should learn to listen.
It's part of the sword, so...
You're not bringing back the sword. The sword is broken. You're bringing back the
Wait.
hilt, the handle.
Before all of you go,
Rocky.
It's your fault.
I can do something.
Gun magic?
I can. Let's see.
Can you make me a wine wizard?
First, and then we all need to become in it. Look at this. I'm gonna move over to the edge of the water. Lucy, come here and look at this.
I just need you all to just be quiet for 5 minutes so Sergey can finish whatever he's saying.
Just come here.
Is it really
It's important.
5 minutes to say it?
Yes, exactly. Lucy, hurry.
What?
I need you to come here. Take a look. Look down in that water. Does that look deep to you? Because to me, that don't seem right.
What?
Look.
Get down and look closely into the water.
I'm going to push her from behind into the water.
Saw that coming from a mile away.
I'm just going to nudge her right into the water. And then laugh. Kitty cat got wet. All right, sorry. That was for leaving me outside earlier, by the way. And then I'm gonna
Lucy
Is now in freezing cold water.
is gonna jump out of the water and then cast Thunderclap.
You create a burst of thunderous sound that can be heard up to 100 feet away. Each creature within range, other than you, must succeed on a Constitution saving throw or take 1d6 range.
It's okay, guys, because it's only 5 foot range. But guess who's right there?
No, you're wrong. It starts 5 feet away from you. It reaches for 100 feet.
No, just the sound does. The range of Thunderclap is 5 feet.
Yeah, that's from the
No. The sound.
Correct.
Look at the spell. She linked it.
I'm reading
Its
it.
range is 5 feet. You create a burst of thunderous sound that can be heard up to 100 feet. Each creature within range, which would be 5 feet, other than you,
No,
must succeed.
The
on a
range is
Constitution
100
saving
feet.
No, look at the.
I'm
throw.
reading
The
it.
sound
Look at the
can
bold
be heard up
range.
to 100 feet.
I get okay. It doesn't really matter. I'm telling you, that doesn't make no sense as a spell. The range is 100 feet. If you can hear it, you would have to save
think of
it.
it like this. Think of it like this. The spell is striking at a certain spot, but lightning makes a sound that can be heard miles away. So basically, this is a small bit of lightning that strikes the ground and creates a boom sound as it hits.
Correct.
You're taking the shockwave for 5 feet.
Either way, you need to take a Constitution saving throw.
I am in. Well worth it.
Dang it!
All right, so you will take
Nothing.
I don't even think it does half
Nothing.
damage. No.
No, it doesn't even do anything. Or take 1d6. Yeah, it's either or.
You
Anyway,
didn't get knocked back.
Nothing. Just makes a huge noise. Everyone kind of like just kind of alarmed at that sound being so close to them. And then the lightning kind of like cracks the ground, and it just a bare instant. Rocky stumbles back from the sound, and the lightning strikes just where he was standing.
Lucy is furious. She's not even going to talk. She's going to cast Prestidigitation to warm her clothes. She's already stomping away at this point.
Ooh, ultimate betrayal to a tabaxi. I wouldn't have done that.
come
Sergey
here,
just kind of
Luz.
watching all of you. He looks at Irina. Are you sure you don't want my help? And she kind of looks at you guys, looks at him. Maybe later.
So you were saying something.
Yes. Yes, I would like to place a blessing upon all of you in the morning, Lord. If you will accept it.
I'm game. What about you guys?
Me and Lucy are in. I'm gonna go over by Lucy.
Lucy is going to cast prestidigitation on Rocky as if he had soiled his pants.
Okay, so explain to me exactly how that works. Basically, it's like
it creates a
polymer for clothing and stuff.
Yes.
Yeah, you can instantaneously clean or soil an object no larger than 1 cubic foot.
Absolutely. So yes, your pants are covered in shit.
All right.
Jeez, Rocky.
I'm gonna cast Armid, whatever it is. I can't pronounce that. And I'm going to create a harmless sound that is just going to be buzzing in Lucy's ears, like like if you get water in your ear and you hear that little ringing in there, like it's. We're going to create that little ringing in Lucy's ear.
For an hour?
For a minute.
Yeah, for 1 minute.
Is it prestidigitation?
No, it's a different spell.
Energy.
Oh, okay. Yep, tinnitus.
So you're going to start scratching into your ear thinking you got water in your ear.
Are you going to make it obvious that you did that?
Nope.
Okay.
It's a vocal one, so.
Oh, so you have to say something?
Yeah, it doesn't have to be loud. Underneath my breath, I'm just gonna and cast it.
Okay. Does Lucy hear him?
Make a perception check.
She's gonna turn into like a 3-hour duel in a second.
A 20. You know he said something. You're not quite sure what, but you know he's muttering something over there to himself while cackling.
Kieran makes a point, but this isn't over yet.
I'm so sorry you fell, Lucy. I didn't mean to knock you into the water.
I'm gonna cast Reduce on Rocky.
I'm gonna cast
On all of
Constitution
them, or
saving throw.
they're just his balls.
His entire person.
Oh, okay.
As she starts to cast, I'm gonna go ahead and cast Silence on Lucy.
And everyone else.
Correct. It's now silent all around us. I'm gonna go, what? I'm gonna put my hands up in the air like I can't hear you.
Just spell magic.
Suddenly,
You just keep going.
a blast of holy radiance illuminates the area, and you see Sergei cross his arms. That is enough!
Yeah, Lucy.
You see a flash of anger across his face. Irina, these people. Are you sure you wish to throw your lot in with them? My brother will not be bested by such nonsense. She looks at him, looks at all of you. They may not seem it, but they are strong. And perhaps these antics help keep them sane. Perhaps. I bestow my blessing upon all of you. And all of you now have 3 inspiration.
Sweet.
Is that an additional to the 1 that I already had?
Correct. If you have 1 already, it goes up by 3. You'll have to keep track of that on a separate tab though, because the character sheet only can normally have 1 at a time. So the holy radiance kind of illuminates all of you, and you feel a bit more inspired than you were before.
Thank you, Sergei, and perhaps with some all-seriousness here, times have changed, as you said, and 2 brothers quarrel over a female is rather silly antics these days.
Inside Lucy's head, she suddenly hears, I bet she wishes that they were fighting over her. She's just saying that because it's not over her. It's not silly.
God damn it, Rocky.
Statue, walks across the water onto the pedestal, and you see Irina. Yes, that's fine, Liz. And he kind of looks at Irina. Irina, I suppose we must part ways for now. Lucy, you can pipe in if you need. Yeah.
Wait, can you read these pages in this book? I think it was written by your brother, but it's in a language I don't know.
He stops. Toss it to
Hey,
me.
what's up, chick?
Toss him a slightly damp book.
Catches it, standing on the pedestal. Looking through it. Yes. Yes, I can. And I don't like what I'm reading. These words, they are written in a language, a very old language. This is original Barovian. This language is, I would make the assumption, dead now.
It's all right. It's been a little rough. Wife's
Skims
still.
through it.
Sorry. Oops, sorry.
Speaks.
Wife's been a little sick still.
That's what his game is. And a sudden realization kind of slips over his face. Yes.
I know, because I haven't decided.
Convergence.
And been sick.
That's how he plans to leave. The planes of existence. It's all here. Look. At some point, there's a list of prophecies. As they're fulfilled, they signal the time of the convergence.
Yes and no.
It's when
she's sick.
The realities, the worlds, are close enough that one could push over with a little help. He intends to leave Barovia to rot. And no doubt he wishes to take you with him, Irina. You could escape into another realm.
Would he take his power with him?
I do not know.
Doesn't he... He indicated to me that he has to have someone to take his place before he can leave.
Not with the convergence. With the convergence, it wouldn't matter. He would defy the dark powers, essentially breaking their contract. He'd be out of their reach by escaping into another realm.
Well, if he leaves, it's not that bad, is it? Because then these people would be free of him.
But
I don't
then,
know.
what if he goes to where we want to go to?
He's also not leaving this place without taking Irina.
He'll be mortal in another plane, won't he?
Oh yeah. I mean,
These
I'm
are
not
a
worried
lot
about
of
that.
questions.
She'll get better. It's just
I don't
sucks
have
right
the
now.
answers to.
Is there anything else in the book that can help us?
He looks through it. It's mostly a vain biography. He is Columbus. How on earth did he let this out of his grasp?
I don't know. I found it in a chest somewhere.
How strange. I would like to know the story of how it fell from his hands.
As would I.
He throws the book back to you. There's nothing else I can ascertain that I think would be of assistance.
Thank you, Sergey.
Of course. Find the weapon. The hilt. Bring it to me.
Will do.
He kind of lets out a deep breath, and the statue slowly begins to reform back into its original shape. His visage disappears from it. That was a bit much, said Irina.
But hey, you made a decision. Lucy claps for her.
I suppose I did. But can't let what happened last time happen again. Gotta get stronger.
Montage.
Gonna be a montage.
Oh yeah, montage time.
All right, let us retire to the inn. So the group makes their way back to the inn. Sylvie, Renard, and Rocky stay outside. And
Actually, I'm gonna go in after all.
okay, so just Sylvie and Rocky.
Rocky's pants still soiled.
So this is what I'm going to say here, guys. So Sylvie, Rocky, and Charles Tyrael can stay if they want. The rest of you guys are free to go if you guys are done for the evening, or if you want to stick around, you're welcome as well. I just want to toss that out there. As
Dran has to leave.
yeah,
Yeah, Lucy.
So
Lucy's ignoring Rocky. She's just gonna follow Dran. For once, she likes Dran better.
Oh,
so,
the rip
so
off.
Dran, Rocky, Dran, Ginger, Renard, and Lucy go inside the inn.
I'm actually gonna do something inside, but it isn't something that we'll have to role play out. I'll just message it to you, and that's probably it for me.
Is it involved drinking?
It will after the yeah, it'll get there.
Are you sure he needs to know what you're doing in the inn by yourself?
Said I'll be by myself. He's gonna invite you.
Kinky. Okay, good night.
Good
Good
night.
night.
Yep.
Good night.
Okay, so who's left?
Me.
Me?
Me?
David, are you sticking around, or are you
I'm
headed
gonna
out?
be here for a moment. I'm about to message you what I'm doing, and it probably won't be relevant to their story. And if you deem it that way, I'll pop out. Just give me a second.
Okay. All right. So let's do this. Actually, Charles, drop down 1 second. Let me tell you something, and then I'll tell Jared and Sue in just a moment. Be right back.
Dun dun dun. So we wait. And as we wait, I'm going to go ahead and start wrapping things up, guys. Listen, I want to thank everybody for coming in, hanging out. We're going to do whatever little side deal this is here real quick. I'm going to jump off of here for the night. I will probably be around. I got a bunch of crystals to open, the new featured crystal drop, so I'll probably open that. I got a basketball game tomorrow. Maybe after the basketball game, if I feel good, I'll jump on. Been sick, had a little sickness going through the family, so hopefully everything will be back to normal and things will be smooth sailing, but I'll keep you guys up to date. Look for a video probably for a live deal. We'll crack some crystals, do this monthly event, and that'll be it. So with that being said, I'm out of here for the night, though. You guys take care, have fun. Thanks for coming in and hanging out. As always, keep on gaming. I'll see you guys next time. Adios.